Okay, so we're back to do the background of our painting and just some things I'm going to show you. I think your green watercolor, liquid watercolor at school is somewhere close between these two. I've got a sap green and I think this one is a viridian green. So yours is someplace between, I think I kind of like your green better that we have at school. And then this one is a phthalo blue, which is kind of like a royal blue, and then an ultramarine that tends to be a little on the darker side. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna like better, but you guys have one that's closer to this phthalo green. And then I also have a cobalt violet. It's a pretty deep violet, purple. Those are the colors that we're gonna use for the background because we use the warm colors for the leaves. I've got this over here. The warm colors for the leaves with a little bit of salt. I still need to rub some of my salt off. But notice how I've taped, this time I've taped all the edges and I really run my finger down this side and this side because I want this kind of even, somewhat even, thin frame. And I had to rub the salt the best I could off of the painting so that the tape would lay down. It's just painter's tape, so it doesn't adhere super strong. Okay, so I think for my background, the safest thing for me to do is to come in with water first. And this is where we do wet on wet. We come in with water first, and I'm gonna put the water right up to where I did the glue. And actually, I could probably even use a bigger brush. But anyway, I'm gonna come in, and for some spaces that are pretty big, I need a brush that holds quite a bit of water. And then for the smaller spaces, I may use a smaller brush. And I kind of, if I turn it so the light hits it, I can see where I've missed as far as adding water. And then this space, if it seems like my brush is too big, I could always get a little bit small. This is a little bit smaller brush, but I still want one that holds quite a bit of water. And so if I had really small spaces, maybe I'd even go to a smaller brush. But remember, I'm just painting with the water so that I can then come in with my color. And my colors on the paper, I want them to mix and blend. And I'll show you that in just a sec. I'm gonna finish doing all the water on my watercolor paper in just a sec, so I'll stop for a minute.